Today I'll be introducing you to the HOMAG CENTATEQ N-300 Pro Series CNC flat table nested base routers. I'd like to walk you through some of the standard features and functionality included with all N-300 Pro Series machines. The PowerTouch interface is our claim to fame in the market. Very user-friendly, very graphic-based, right? And able to interface with our own software as well as many or most third-party softwares in the market. The electrical cabinet, standalone, removed from the heat and vibration created of the nested base machining operation. You'll see here a large double door electrical cabinet allowing ample space inside the cabinet for air to circulate between electrical components, your drives, your breakers, keeping it cool in the cabinet just by allowing lots of space for air to move in between your electrical components in the cabinet. And then as we walk around to the backside, we've chosen to integrate as standard a very large integrated air conditioning unit to better serve our customers who are operating in both humid and or hot climates, right? So now we're conditioning the space within the cabinet as well as providing large amounts of space for air to flow within the system. We're always looking to bring increased consistency in terms of production operation and increased accessibility for the operator on a day-to-day basis. One of the functions on the N-300 Pro Series machines that helps us with that is what we call a vertical safety envelope. So we'll use a light curtain starting on the back side of the machine, beaming around the front of the machine, and then terminating on the backside receiving unit for that light curtain. Provides for nice access to the machine and very consistent operation through a typical nested base machining cycle. As you see on the machine here behind me, this particular machine is an N-300 510, 5x10 Outfeed machine. So you'll see lots of emphasis in the nested base market currently focused on automated solutions. How do we get more out of a typical nested base machining center? Outfeed is the next step up from standard. In general, the operator will load that machine manually and the machine will process the parts and then offload the panel automatically. While it's offloading, it will also pick up all the dust and debris generated during the routing and drilling cycle, allowing the machine to be immediately loaded with the next panel and placed back in the cut. It's important to understand that we have additional options in terms of material handling in addition to standard and outfeed. We'll do what we call Concept 2 within the HOMAG nomenclature, which is an automated through-feed nested base solution where the machine is automatically loading a single sheet from a spoil board, automatically processing, automatically unloading, and then repeating that process. In addition, we do Concept 3 for us, which designates automatic pre-label of the parts on the raw board before it's loaded into the machine. And then both of those Concept 2 and Concept 3 scenarios can be created into what we call a StoreTech ready solution, where the machine will receive single panels from a storage and retrieval system and then pick up on that automated through feed approach that we discussed with either Concept 2 or Concept 3. Working our way back into some of the more standard features of the machines, transitioning from options. Number one, 13-position rotary automatic tool changer, allowing for increased flexibility in machining capabilities, router diameters, router types, and edge work without having to manually stop the machine and add tools to a smaller tool changer, or in some instances, physically manually change the tool from the router spindle. Here it's a good position to talk about part fixturing, right? How does a nested base machine hold the raw board to the table and produce good parts without them moving? We do that with vacuum system. On the Pro Series N-300 machines, we utilize what we call an extended performance vacuum system. On the 3 table sizes that we produce of the machine, 4x8, 5x10, and 5x12. On our 4x8 solutions, 1 extended performance vacuum pump, and our 5x10 and 5x12, 2 vacuum pumps. In addition to the vacuum generation or the vacuum pump, we do a couple things that are unique within the Pro Series machines that allow them to fix your parts very effectively. Number one, we use a dual plenum vacuum delivery system. So we take the vacuum generated by the vacuum pump, run it through a dual plenum system to bring it into the spoil board of the machine. Once there, we utilize a Pro Plus automatic matrix table system to size the vacuum concentration to that of the incoming raw board. So for example, here we have a 5x10 machine and a 4x8 raw sheet on the machine table. As that valve is opened up and vacuum is released to the machine, we only allow 4 foot by 8 foot of vacuum underneath the board. So we're concentrating our vacuum pressure to the size of the incoming raw pattern or raw program. And you are allowed to do that in a zero setup scenario where if we went 4x8, 5x10, 5x10, 4x8, the machine will automatically see that in the program and size the automatic matrix table to be most effective for those incoming raw sheets. What most people want to know is how quickly am I going to produce that nested pattern? For us, we're bringing efficiency to the machine by placing a drill block on all of the Pro Series machines as standard. So this particular unit is a 12 spindle individually selectable drill block. So we're able to take our 5mm system holes, we're able to take our 8mm dowel construction holes, and any other diameters that you may run, 20mm for a ray fix, a 35mm hinge cup. All those diameters can go into the drill block, and we can change drill diameters without having to go through a physical tool change on the machine. Pairing your drill block for drilling with a router motor for sizing your parts. We run a 13.3 Benz main spindle for sizing our parts. And as I alluded to earlier, that Benz spindle is paired with a 13-position ride-along rotary tool changer, bringing increased speed and efficiency to the operating platform. I wouldn't be doing us a service if all we talked about was the mechanical functionality of the machine. The machines are as effective and as reliable as they are serviceable, right? Or as good as we take care of them. Let's use those words. So in addition to taking care of how fast we can cut parts, we're also focusing on areas of the machine where we can make the machine more reliable by automating some of its service, right? 2 examples of that: automatic central lubrication for your main linear motion components of the machine, ball screw, bearings, and linear guides are all automatically lubricated through the machine control. And for the pieces of the maintenance of the machine that can't be automated, that have to be done by an operator and physical hands, we've semi-automated that process by including a software module on the machine control that is tracking by time, elapsed time, what else needs to be maintained on the machine. And as one of those time durations has elapsed, the operator gets an error message or a cue to do this to the machine, right? So gone are the days of having to memorize your manual to keep your machine in consistent operation. Through automatic maintenance and operator-assisted maintenance, we've really affected the longevity and the durability of the N-300 Pro Series nested base platform. For more information about the CENTATEQ N-300 Pro Series machines or any of our additional automated woodworking solutions, please contact your Stiles Machinery sales representative or visit stilesmachinery.com.